Hi everyone, I'm going to make a bold claim at the beginning and I'm going to say this video will absolutely transform your life. This is just kind of what I've discovered on my own little road. I use all this information every single day. I'm not claiming to know the answer to what makes you you, this is just what I have discovered. So I hope that this information has the same effect on you that it has on me, and I don't know, hopefully shift your worldview. And if you were to do something in your life a little differently just from this video, then I've done my job. Okay? So what makes you you? It is a question we all die to know the answer to. I feel like we want to know the answer to bring back our sense of control. Because if you know your purpose and you know why you're here, then you can know exactly where you're going. But I don't think it's as simple as that. I don't even know how much I believe that, you know, we all have a certain purpose and then you just have a life you go through and that's it. And we have no sort of control over that, like sort of like destiny. I don't really believe in that. But if you do, that's great. I believe the simplest answers in life are usually the right ones. Have you ever figured out something and it's something you've heard all your life? People have been telling you all your life, like a saying or something, and you don't even understand what they're talking about until you actually experience it yourself. But I believe that we are all we give and all we get. And that's it. That's literally it. And I'll explain what I mean by that. And once you can truly wrap your head around that concept, your life can be as magnificent as you see fit. Truly. Truly. That is a promise, I will say. What do I mean what we get? We are a configuration of every single thing we have ever experienced in our entire lifetime. Think of all your senses, right? Everything you see, touch, hear, taste, smell, everything. That is you, okay? Think of a baby, right? Still in its mother's womb. It doesn't even know black. It knows nothing. And when it finally gets into the world, all it can know is all it's experienced. A child's mind is like a sponge to the world around them because they have nothing to base life over, because they haven't experienced life. You can do anything in front of a child and they will think, okay, this is what I do. This is life. This is what life is, you know? Like, think of a baby when it first opens its eyes. That's all they know. They come out and they go, oh, this is life. You know, they go look in the hospital room and they're like, this is my whole life. Because it is. That 1 minute is their entire life. And you were once that baby. And you still are that baby. You've just experienced so much more. With your brain a sponge, your sponge will never be full. You will never have experienced everything until your last day on earth. Every single day we are soaking in new informations, new concepts. Even if it's the same, you're doing the same thing every single day. You are soaking it in. When you go to sleep, it rings out. Your brain doesn't have memory of everything. So it rings out and the next day you're filling it up again. And your brain keeps track of all of these things. So truly, every single thing you surround yourself with has an impact on your life. So just like the baby in the hospital room, that's all it is. That's all it knows is hospital room crying. That's all. That is the exact same for you. Every single thing you take in every single day, whether you know it has an effect on you or not, is what you're becoming, okay? So what do you see on your way to work or school or whatever route you take daily? What do you see? What does your room look like? What does it smell like? What do you smell like? Check that out. What do you smell like, bitch? No, I'm kidding. So when you first wake up in the morning, just like that little baby, what do you see? Okay, because that is the first thing your brain is taking in. What do you see? What do you feel? What words are fed so deep into your subconscious from what other people have told you your whole life? You know, that's what your opinions are based off. What do you watch on your phone? I'm very against phones. I got my phone, but I'm against it, okay? So especially in the morning, because, you know, that's when your brain is fresh. You're alert. New day. Every day is a new experience. It's a new chance. So what's the first thing you're doing? And how do these things make you feel? That's what all your emotions are impacted by as well, is everything you experience. What people are you surrounding yourself with? Child's brain is the most malleable. A lot of our activities now and the way we behave now is actually a lot from when you're a child. When that becomes who you are, that's how the rest of your life goes, you know, because that's what you know. So a lot of your behaviours are probably from when you're a child. Sorry, can you hear my dog snoring in the background? He's a whippet, he doesn't snore. I don't know what's going on. Even at work, what is your surroundings? What do you take in every day? That is very important. I know you might be in a situation where you can't do much about that, but I promise you your life is worth so much more than just getting abuse every day. I promise you. Everything I've just mentioned, all of these factors are the breakdown to your entire existence. Every single thing, every second you experience is molding you. Whether you know it or not, that is all you're possible of being, is what you take in. Energy cannot be created or destroyed, and every single thing on the emotional, mental, or spiritual plane has energy. Believe it or don't, it does. When you're interacting with anything, any emotion, any sense, you are plugging yourself in, okay? And because it can't be created or destroyed, you are taking it. You are becoming it. We're like chameleons, okay? If you think back to like an old friend you had, do you find that you wake up and you do your hair a little different? Your attitude shift. Maybe there was a specific person that wasn't right for you and you find yourself being, you know, kinder. And do you find it strange? Maybe you started to look a little similar to them as well. That even happens in animals too, actually. Have you ever seen like a dog and an owner that looks like the exact same? That is just an energy imprint. That is just their identity. It's because that's all they know. It's all they know. Especially a little dog. That's what a little dog knows. Dogs don't know much. All you are is a composition of everything you've took in and how you've decided to react to these situations. And this is why overconsumption is a problem. Because when you're filled with so many ideas, especially if they're like juxtaposing, like if they go against each other, or if it's just way too much, you're cluttered, like you're mentally cluttered. And because there's so many, you end up the opposite. You end up paralyzed. Like you have so many ideas, you're paralyzed because you don't know which one to do. Look in so much about a single idea or a single concept of or what's right and wrong, or how the world is. Like if you're watching some horrible news, you've got a view that the world is horrible, and then flip to some life-saving dog on your For You page. Like, I don't know, it's just too much. Sometimes it is just way too much. So if you're feeling mentally cluttered or struggling to get things done, maybe just try to tone it down a bit on what you do. More isn't always more. Less is more sometimes. Just let yourself be bored. Try do nothing. And I promise you, your path will literally become so much more straightforward. Like, if you've got a decision to make, try and just sit on it. Just do nothing. Don't take anything in. Just sit on it for a minute. And then you go, oh, yeah, that was so obvious. Many people ruminate in their struggles, sort of because they feel like they have no identity without it. I've been there. I've been there, girl. So, you know, you listen to a sad song, or you'll stalk their Instagram, or don't do that. Don't do that, okay? I like retired Instagram stalker here. Don't do that. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. And when you're taking it in, that's becoming your world. You know, even if it's over a phone, if that's all you're absorbing, that's all you're thinking about. Or as I said, with music transporting you in time, sometimes you transport yourself back to places you don't want to be just to feel something. It can be addictive. So use this fact to benefit you. Use music to transport you into somewhere incredible, or into someone incredible. Don't use your emotional intelligence negatively, okay? Don't ruminate. Don't try and dissect everyone else's life in, you know, in a negative view, because again, you're taking it in. Don't be a negative Nancy, okay? And even if you're doing this subconsciously, you know, these obsessions that grip at your life, that you don't want to grip at your life, they could be a result of your external stimuli. It could be just a result of you surrounding yourself with it. And I feel like when you're actually in that moment of listening to the song and, you know, feeling the feels, nothing wrong with it. But when you are doing it, you feel like it won't have as much of an impact on like at the end of your day or the end of the week. Oh, just let me do it. I'm in my feels. But you are reinforcing the fact that you are upset. I don't listen to sad music. You don't have to go to as strong of a length that I do of just do not listen to sad music, but I feel like I've had my time of listening to sad music. So if you're in a particularly horrible situation, or trying to get over something or someone or anything, it's good to feel these things. It's good to let it out. Like sometimes do it. Just when it's not necessary. Like, I know someone that when I sleep in their room, they'd wake up with sad music. And I was like, go. Like, wow, I miss him. Like, I miss him. I had no one to miss. And I was like, yeah, I miss someone. I don't know who, but that's the vibe of this room right now. There is another sense that I have yet to mention, you know, the sixth sense, some people may call it. This is a very spiritual part of the video. It's like your intuition. It's where you get information and you don't even know how you've got it, or you just have a feeling, you have a hunch, okay? I'm telling you, listen to these feelings, okay? I can't explain it, no one can explain it, you know, whether you think it's a god or the universe, or, I don't know, you're an atheist and you just think it's all coincidence. Have your own opinion on the matter, but you need to listen to these hunches. The more you look into it and the more you actually interact with it, the more you connect with it in the long run, and the more you can sort of like understand your senses or understand what something's telling you, or reflecting on it. So say like you get a hunch and you don't do it, and then you go, oh, I should have done that, my hunch was right. You just have to listen, or maybe you do listen to your hunch and it doesn't go very right, but then later in the future, like I don't know, a year later, you go, oh my god, I'm so happy I didn't do this, or I'm so happy it went this way, or oh, if I didn't do this, then I wouldn't have learned this. The more you tap into that, again, it's the same with anything. The more you practice, the more you give it your attention and time. These are all like obvious examples, but I'm telling you it's everything. So think of the food you consume. That creates the cells in your body. That creates you. And don't think just because it's not impacting you like physically, like the food, impacting your cells. When things have an impact on your emotions, that can cause stress. And stress is a very, very physical problem and has very physical consequences, like, you know, going grey, balding, you know, aging quicker, dying. You can literally die from stress. You know, it causes heart problems and all sorts of stuff. So I don't understand how people can't even think that these little things don't add up into your creation. And the butterfly effect, okay? So you could do something, it could trigger something completely unrelated. So every single thing you're taking in is you. So be mindful, okay? Mindfulness, it takes practice, takes time, it takes awareness. But it's so important. You have a choice in the matter of what you do and what you surround yourself with. So think your bedroom, clear space, clear mind. And even your mood. Have you ever played like a song and they can transport you? They can literally transport you into a whole different headspace and a whole different, you know, state of being. So when you're in the gym, you know, when you play some like intense music, that's to get in the moment. Or even some people play depressing music in the gym just to get in that. It's emotion, you know what I mean? It's emotion, and it's creating you, and it's creating your actions, and it's creating the way you react. It is creating your physical health. It is creating the opportunities that you are aware of seeing. It's creating your perception. When you have opinions from the media, that is your perception of the whole world. It changes what you're capable of. So language, literally all you speak is all you have learned and all you've listened to. And your identity, the way you do your makeup, the way you dress, the way you style your hair, the way you carry yourself, all from what you've learned. And if you're learning every day, just make sure you surround yourself with great things, because you're taking it in. You're becoming these things. Have you ever found that something makes you unreasonably like upset and it wouldn't usually push your buttons? That is because your brain keeps score of everything. That's where trauma comes from. Or even just during the day, you get a bad morning and then later on in the day something so minor happens and then you have a whole breakdown because of it. That is, you're keeping a score of everything you have took in. So that creates your emotions and it creates you. Or even reading one book or learning one new idea, that can change your whole outlook on life. So this is your choice in the matter. So our mind is like a garden, and that is the best analogy for it, truly. That is the best analogy. Everything around us, everything we take in is like a seed. It's like a little spud. And our conscious mind and our subconscious mind, they are like the gardeners. Every idea placed in our mind has the capability of growing tenfold, of manifesting into either something wonderful, a beautiful cultivated garden, or treacherous weeds. Every idea, it's sort of like a suggestion of who we can become, and it's asking you, is this the person you want to be? Are you going to continue engaging in this activity? Are you going to continue repeating this bad habit? Good habits? Are you going to continue surrounding yourself with this idea? Are you going to continue watching something, listening to something? Are you going to continue eating something? Are you going to continue hearing these opinions or language or music? Attention and time, they're sort of the spiritual currencies. So I'd say a good analogy is they are like the water and the sunlight, okay? So if you give things your attention and your time, you're growing it, you're becoming it, you're turning it into you. So it's up to you to either de-root these weeds or to tend to your lovely little seeds, okay? And this is why if you're running on autopilot on your subconscious mind, if you're just running like that, you're not really having a lot of control in your day-to-day life. You're kind of just reacting to things. So when things happen to you, you just kind of accept that, okay, this is me, this is my life. So that's why, again, very important to be mindful. So life may not have given you the best environment or the best situation, or maybe it has. I don't know who's watching. But you are the one in control. You are the one who decides whether to take this in or not. You could kind of take something in and decide, no, that's not me. That's not who I want to be. Humans are blessed with the ability to understand and a consciousness and the ability of change as well. You are capable of changing, you know, the way you walk to work. You're capable of changing the music you're listening to. You're capable of turning it off, decluttering, or genuinely whatever you want to do. Maybe you want to do the exact opposite of everything I'm talking about right now. That is completely fine. That is completely fine. All you are capable of generating is all you know, is all you take in. If you want to generate something incredible, you know, surround yourself with incredible things. When you learn a language, you've got to take it in, surround yourself. If you do want to learn a language, it's not just a good idea to, you know, actually learn it. That is an incredible idea. However, if you like listen to the music, you know, I'm learning Italian right now, and when I paint, I listen to Italian music, because I don't even know what they're saying. Because I'm learning the language. Like, I'll pick up a word or two. Or a good idea as well, I don't do this, but you can change like the language on your phone, watch Italian shows. Again, even if you don't understand what it means, well, not Italian, any language. Even if you don't understand what it means, you are taking it in, you're absorbing it. You can change your whole impact in the world just by the music you decide to listen to in the morning. All we are here to do is to understand. Here to understand our purpose, to understand other people. You know, if you're in a relationship, you want them to understand you. The most important thing to understand in your whole life is yourself, because you're the only one that you've got to stick with. We as humans have faculties we can use to our advantage, and what differentiates us from like the rest of the animal kingdom, okay? Bob Proctor talks about this very well, so I won't go into it too much, because if you're very interested, go watch him. If you're watching me right now, you definitely know who he is. Maybe you don't. I don't know. Anyway, 6 higher mental faculties. So if you are actually interested in this, definitely go watch him, because I'm not going to get into it too much. But this has saved my life. This has saved my life. So I hope it has the same impact on you. So we have imagination, intuition, will, perception, reason, and memory. Imagination is your own personal world. It is, nothing on this world was created without imagination. Everything you see, this bowl, somebody imagined this bowl, you know? So if you're going to create anything, if you're going to do anything, you have to imagine it first. Even a situation, you imagine it first. You rehearse that argument in the mirror 100 times. That's your imagination. If you don't have a vision for your future, how are you going to know where you're going? You know, imagination, very important. Number 2, intuition. What I spoke about earlier, that is just a hunch. It's like the most unknown faculty. I won't be able to explain it too well, but it's just sort of, you just kind of know. You just kind of know. Again, that isn't a result of your external stimuli. That is just, you just know, okay? Use that. Number 3, will. It's hard to build a whole life on willpower alone. Use your willpower, use your concentration to push through an activity or a task or something you've set yourself. Will is needed. Perception. This, in my opinion, is the most important one. Every single thing has a positive or negative side, but nothing is positive or negative. Everything just is. So life is how you see it. If you can't perceive something to be in your favor, you can't put it in your favor. Just use your perception to channel anything that happens to you into your benefit, into a good thing for you, or maybe not for you, maybe for others, okay? Or maybe just, oh, I can do this now. Or, oh, if I see it like this, then it's not that bad, and then it won't affect me as much. And then number 5, that is memory. So this is controlled by larger impact situations, like something major happens, you're more likely to remember it. Association. So have you ever heard like people, they do like 10-star jumps after they put their keys in the door, so they remember they've locked the door, do 10-star jumps. If you associate something with something else, then you're more likely to remember it. Or the major one, repetition. So if you repeat something over and over again, you're more likely to remember. This is how you get things done. And again, that is very impactful for our learning, language learning. I know I spoke a lot about language learning, but it's just a really good example. So learning anything, repeat it, you become it. Number 6 is reason. This is the inclination to act on something that is deemed important by our personal opinions. And that can give you a reason to do things, that gives you your reason to react, and what you choose to do. So use your reason to change your environment, to change your day-to-day life, and that's just how you get a grip. This is how you get the grip on what life gives you and how you can change it to your benefit, because there is some things that can't be changed. You know, I'm saying, oh, change your environment, like just change it. I'm not trying to be stupid. I'm not dumb to the fact that some things are, you know, extremely difficult to change, but it cannot be done without the 6 faculties that I have just mentioned. So put them 2 together, put what you get, what you take in, be more mindful, use your 6 faculties, use these faculties to create. Okay, and this is very good into the last point I'm going to get on to, give. Okay, so you are as well what you give. This isn't going to take a lot of explanation, okay? You give whatever you want to give. I am not in control of that. You know what you're capable of creating. It's truly up to you. And we're creatures, I believe we're creatures of creation. So it's just so important to put out something that really feels personal to you, that really makes you happy, that, you know, and even, not even just creation in like a, you know, painting or writing or whatever. You can create just your life. You can create the way you look. You can create, you know, everything is creation. Even if you're into like accounting or something, that's, you're creating, you're typing, you're creating. Okay, so that is all you are, is what you get, what you give. So utilize everything I spoke about in this video, you know, taking this information and just regurgitate it into your own life. Make your dream life. I'm telling you now, it's possible. It is possible, girl or boy. And just as how you can utilize the tools I've spoke about in this video to regurgitate your own life and to make your dream life, you definitely can. We also have the power to impact people just the same as like a song can impact you, you know, as you impact. So it's important to think about that as well. There are other people on this world. And if you utilize what you're capable of for good, that is how you spread joy. Oh my God, spread joy, guys. Truly spread joy. Like, I'm not even kidding, it's so important. Don't be mean. Don't be mean. Okay, that's the last point I want to talk about. Don't be mean. You can make your own utopia possible for you, for others, and you can alchemize anything to be in your favor. If you don't have control over things, you can take that energy, you can take what you've been given and make it into something great. You are just as important as everything else you take in. You know, you are so important. So make even the worst parts of your life so beautiful and so meaningful. And that's just how you make the world a better place. Okay. So I'll finish this video by asking, who are you? And who do you want to be? And after this video, I hope you look at it all a bit differently, and I hope, you know, you get that sense of control back, or hope. You know, they're both so important. But thank you all so much for watching. And if you are interested in this little number I've got going on, my email is in the description, because I love her. I do love her. She's so pretty. I've got more on the way, but they take so long. Like, they actually take so long. So I'm just doing all this in the meantime, because I don't know, I enjoy it. Anyway, but like I said, thank you so much for watching. I hope this video helped, and I hope you alchemize your dream life. Thank you so much.